You have got, I think, 2 new singles coming out in June, right? What can we say about them? What are you allowed to tell us?
Well, they both have a electronic dance element to them, but they're more pop music. The first one I wrote and produced, and then Logic, the rapper, did a verse on it. So You Can Count on Me is featuring Logic, and then the second one is called All I Think About Is You, and it's a cool song. I'm excited about it.
Like a very romantic song, or is it a different direction?
It's romantic, but it has a good vibe to it, and I wrote it in Africa. I wrote it in Tanzania while I was on safari, and I mean I produced it on safari, because you know that's the crazy thing about computers. I was literally in a tent on safari, and I would like charge my computer like if we got to an outlet, and then I'd be able to make music at night, like in the middle of a bush, like where like if I took my tent out, I'd be eaten by a lion. But that's where you can make music nowadays. And that's where I made All I Think About Is You, so I like it.
You have like such a crazy life because you're able to juggle the music stuff and the acting and everything else that you're doing. How do you keep everything balanced? How do you find that balance on a daily basis? Like, how do you keep everything sort of not controlling or not making yourself go crazy?
Well, I think it's the balance that makes me not go crazy. If I didn't have music along with acting, I would go crazy, because you have a lot of downtime when you're an actor. I mean, you have a lot of downtime as a entrepreneur, what's the word? Freelance. When you're like a freelance artist, you have a lot of time off. So I decided to fill any time off with music, and it's made me extremely happy for the last few years.
It's working out pretty good.
Yeah, exactly.
I want to ask some first questions, because this is your first foray into music in the past year or so. So we're wondering, what was the first time that you were starstruck?
I think when I was a little kid, I saw Tom Cruise's head. I didn't even see his whole body, but I saw a crowd of people, and they said Tom Cruise is in the middle, and they said he's short, so you might not be able to see him. And I was a little kid, and I just remember seeing like his head, like his hair, like the back of his head, and I knew it was Tom Cruise's hair. And I was like only 8 years old or so, but I was like, damn, like Tom Cruise is a movie star. Something about even the back of his head is ridiculous.
And then another one, what was the first thing that you wanted to be when you were growing up? Like when you were going to get older, what did you want to be when you grew up?
I think at one point I wanted to be a baseball player. And then I wanted to be an actor pretty soon after that. When I realized I wasn't any good at baseball, I just liked it. Yeah.
Acting worked out, correct?
It worked out. But it wasn't, the funny thing is, actually wasn't acting that I chose first. First it was musical theater. I just wanted to be on Broadway. I wanted to sing and dance on stage. And film acting came when I was around 15. I got more into that, or straight acting, and then started doing these films, and never got my chance to sing and dance on stage professionally. And I was sort of decided that I could make that happen myself by writing my own music and doing my own show. So I'm really looking forward to touring with an album that I'm actually closer. I'm closer to finishing it than I thought I was. So that could happen pretty soon. And I look forward to touring with that and making a cool show and getting on stage again and singing and dancing.
Last thing, and I'll let you go. What is your favorite all-time song of the summer, of any summer?
I think it was probably Gnarls Barkley, Crazy. But that was back in like '08, right? It was a while ago. But I just remember that summer was like a great summer. I was young, and that song is incredible. We used to just sing that over and over again. I still love that song.
Thank you so much, sir. Have a great night.